Hi, I'm Tony Van Veen, CEO at Dismakers. One of the most stubborn questions facing emerging artists in today's streaming and social media world is this. How do I turn people who follow me on my socials and who stream my music into revenue-generating fans? Well, today I'm going to tackle that question. And I'll start with this assertion. If you're an independent artist today, chances are you're already getting some level of attention. You've got people scrolling your Instagram and probably watching your TikToks. Listeners are streaming your music on Spotify, checking you out on YouTube. And like most artists, you want more of that. More views, more followers, more streams. But here's the question. If the views and follows and streams that you're getting now aren't driving meaningful revenue, will just getting more of them actually help you drive revenue? Clearly, no. Because as the old adage goes, if you keep doing more of the same, you'll keep getting more of the same. Which today, frankly, and probably, isn't much. So, here is my perhaps counterintuitive opinion. Most artists don't actually have a traffic problem. They have a capture problem. They don't know how to turn the traffic they're already getting into something that actually moves the needle. They don't have a process. In other words, you don't have too few fans, you just have too little revenue per fan. Now, explaining how to fix that is a bigger topic than I can cover in just one video, so I'm breaking this into a simple 3-part series that points out what you're already getting, the good, and what you need to do to get to the next level. This is part 1. I call it, you're getting attention, you're just not locking it in. Part 2 coming up is, you have fans, you're not asking them to buy. And part 3 is going to be, you're making sales, but you're not maximizing them. So let's dive into part 1. How to stop losing the fans you're already getting. Now, we already established that you are getting some level of attention, right? The problem is, for the vast majority of those people listening to your music, you have no idea who they are. And that means that once they move on to the next song or artist or social media profile, you have no way to ever reach them again. So every day, fans discover you, enjoy your music, and disappear. And that's your real problem. Now, before we can fix that, here's how to think about it. Social media and streaming platforms are rented land. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, the like, they control the algorithm. They decide who sees your content, even if people have followed you or subscribed. What you need to do is get your listeners from that rented land to land you own. Or to be more literal, for you to be able to drive meaningful revenue from your music, you need to be able to reach every one of your fans whenever you have something worthy to tell them. That owned land, my friend, is your email list. It's a direct line to your fans. No algorithm, no middleman. So your job as an artist is simple. Turn the attention you're already getting into a relationship. And there's 2 things you need to do to have a shot at this. Step 1, get the follow. Now look, getting someone to follow you on socials or streaming isn't going to solve everything. You're still on a rented land dependent on the algorithm, that unreliable beast. But a follow still matters. And I mention it here because it's the easiest yes you're going to get. So absolutely, you want people to follow you, to subscribe, to hit that button. And the best way to get more subscribes and follows from the traffic you already have is ask for it. Believe it or not, most artists don't. And have a consistent online presence that makes it clear what kind of artist you are. But here's the key. A follow is not a relationship you control. It's just the first step. You still don't own this land. Which brings me to step 2. Capture the fan. This is where most artists drop the ball, frankly. Once someone follows you, you need a way to capture that fan, to make sure you know who they are and how to reach them. And the simplest way to do that is get their email. In so many ways, this is more important than the follow. Why? Because even though email is not perceived as the coolest marketing channel out there anymore, it is universally accepted by working artists and by the marketing community to be the greatest revenue conversion tool that you could have. So how do you actually capture email addresses? You don't need anything complicated. Just 3 things. Number 1, one clear call to action. You need to tell someone checking you out online what you want them to do. It's got to be clear and singular. Don't give them 10 links and make them do the work to choose their action. Don't have a bland non-call to action like, check out my music. Just one simple, clear message, like, join my list for unreleased music and early access. You have to actually ask for it. It's not hard. You just have to get comfortable with that. The second thing you need to capture an email address, a landing page. What is that, you ask? It's just an online page where your fan can sign up for your mailing list. Do you need a website for this? Not necessarily, but I strongly recommend that every serious artist have their own website, even if it's just a few pages long. Our friends at Bandzoogle make it super easy to put together beautiful websites for artists. But even if you don't have your own website, you need one simple page where fans can enter their email and get something in return. If it's not on Bandzoogle, it can be on an email platform like MailChimp. And the key is this: the bio link on your profile should not go to Spotify. It should go here to your landing page because you want to capture that email address. And the third thing you need to maximize your email capture, give them a reason to sign up. I mean, almost no one gives you their email for nothing. In order for them to give you something of value, their email address, you've got to give them something of value first. That can be any number of things, but most commonly for artists, it revolves around a free track, an unreleased demo, or early access. It's got to be something that feels special, that feels exclusive. Okay, so you've done the work, you've set up your landing page, created your singular call to action, and you have an offer that will compel a fan to give you their email address. Now, let's tie it all together. To maximize email captures so that you can finally start building a real fan list, you must put that call to action with the link to your landing page everywhere. In your Instagram bio, your TikTok bio, in your YouTube description and pinned comment, your Spotify artist bio. Caption it in your videos. Mention it in the captions to your social posts. Put it in every one of your pinned posts. Add a pinned comment underneath your posts. Artists do this all the time, on YouTube especially, and put it there. Anywhere a fan finds you, there should be a path to capture them. And here's the biggest mistake that you must avoid. What do most artists do? I alluded to it already. They send all the traffic from their socials back to Spotify, which means they take someone who already found them, and instead of capturing their contact info, they send them right back into the algorithm, that rented land where they'll likely never be seen again. So here's the bottom line. If you take only one thing away from this whole long video, it's this: if you don't capture your fans, you lose them. Because attention without ownership is a huge missed opportunity. Now, if you do all of the things I advise you to do, have a call to action, a landing page, an offer of something valuable, and you capture those email addresses, congratulations. But that does not actually build a fan relationship that you can monetize. And that's what I'm going to talk about in my next video, how to turn those captured fans into buyers. Because the unfortunate reality is most artists have fans. They just never actually get them to buy anything. All right. Thanks for hanging in there till the end. Before I go, I'd love to hear from you. What are you doing that's working when it comes to capturing fan contact info or making money from your music? And what are you struggling with? Drop a comment below. I read them all. I respond to many. And if your comment or question is juicy enough, who knows? I might turn it into a future video. See you next time.